Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Holden joins Nate at the club bar and orders a Vesper. Nate thought he was leaving town. Holden explains plans changed. He's actually getting used to this place. He's surprised to see Nate too. He thought he'd be at home with Audra. Nate asks why that would matter to him. Holden apologizes and talk turns to Audra being unable to find work. Holden hopes Nate has better luck holding on to her than he did. Nate's surprised to hear him refer to their interaction as a relationship. Holden admits she is the one that got away. He wanted to get serious and she wanted to leave LA. Nate muses, "Your loss, my good fortune." At Nate's place, Audra plans a romantic surprise for Nate while flashing to striking a deal with Victor to show how easy it would be to lure Kyle back into an affair. Looking at a framed photo of her and Nate, she seems stressed. Setting the table, she remembers more of her conversation with Victor and worries about him double-crossing her again. She flashes to him firing her. "Why can't anything ever be easy for me?" she exclaims. Audra grabs her phone and dictates a text to Sally. She tells her she's having second thoughts about the Victor thing. She might be right, he screwed her over once, why wouldn't he do it again? Except now he wants something only she can give, and it could be her last shot at owning her own company. She has to get rid of her doubts. Realizing she can't send the text, Audra deletes it and tells herself she'll be okay. She calls Nate and tells him his surprise is ready before worrying some more about Victor. She tells herself, "You can do this, Audra." Nate warns Damian. At the club, Nate pays his check. Holden guesses this is good night. Nate tells him Audra is planning a surprise for him at home, though it's none of his business. Holden muses that she always did like to keep him guessing. He reveals they were friends before anything else, he knows her pretty well. "I hope you realize how lucky you are, and don't blow it with her like I did." Nate didn't ask him for advice, he suspects he's trying to draw some kind of battle lines, as though they're rivals for Audra's affection. "I can assure you that's not the case," Nate declares. He wonders if this is going to be a problem and if Holden will cross a line. Holden reassures him. He wishes him and Audra the best. Nate wonders why he keeps bringing up Audra's name and whatever relationship he had with her. Is that clear? Holden says he's just trying to make friendly chit-chat and it's all they have in common. Nate doesn't see it as a way to bond. He reminds him they have Damian in common, but he's not talking about him. Nate warns him again and Holden insists he's happy that Audra found someone. Nate leaves. Damian's ready. At Society, Damian thanks Lily for coming. She was intrigued to get his call and hopes he's ready to answer some questions. He says, "Fire away. I'm a wide-open book." Lily wants to know everything about his boss, Aristotle Dumas. Damian says that's pretty complicated. Lily tells him to uncomplicate it for her, and warns him this is his last chance to get her to believe he's on the up and up. Damian agrees to tell her everything, with one condition. This conversation has to stay between the two of them. He wants her word. "Those are my terms." Lily scoffs at the idea he knows her well enough to look into her eyes and know if she's honest. He believes she's an honorable person. If she tells him something with those beautiful eyes, he'll have to believe she's telling the truth. Lily teases him about his lines. Damian insists her eyes are beautiful. Lily promises the conversation will stay between them. Damian's ready to talk then, but not there. Damian's story. In the park, Lily asks Damian why he's suddenly ready to open up to her about Dumas. He muses that his priorities have changed since the Nate and Amy revelations. He's thinking less about work and more about family. Lily can understand that. Damian teases that maybe he wanted to get on her better side too. It bothers him that she doesn't trust him. He's not trying to pull one over on her family, and he likes her. "I don't want the people I like to think ill of me." Lily has her guard up because she's been burned by people she's known a lot longer than him. He says, "Fair enough." He tells her if coming clean about Dumas makes her trust him, it's worth the risk. Lily asks, "So, what can you tell me?" Damian says, "To start with, Aristotle Dumas doesn't exist." Lily figured it was an alias. The literary references make it obvious. They go over the story of the Count of Monte Cristo, which is about a man seeking revenge on those who wronged him. Damian doesn't know his boss's motivations. He's never even met him face to face. Lily asks why he hired him. How did he even get on his radar? Damian says Dumas was on his radar. Dumas was unheard of and then suddenly he was a big deal. He was impressed, so he invented a bogus backstory about himself to impress him. He was surprised to get a phone call and lied about his credentials. He pulled it off. Dumas probably knew from the moment he opened his mouth, but he must have impressed him with his pitch. He hired him to run 2 of his companies. He had to pretend to unload them while maintaining control privately. He became the frontman. He didn't hesitate or ask questions. Lily thinks this sounds shady and worries Dumas was setting him up. Damian says he didn't have 2 coins to rub together. If Dumas was the devil, he was ready to dance. Audra's big news. Nate arrives at home to a steamy kiss from Audra, who pulls him inside. He admires her and her preparations but wonders what the occasion is. She wanted to do something special for him since he's always pampering her. Audra explains that Amy's having dinner with Tracy Abbott, so they're alone. Nate and Audra toast and she asks about his day. He says it was nothing compared to this. Audra has a confession to make. This evening is about him but it's also about something else. Something big and exciting. Audra tells Nate she's finally landed a job. He's thrilled and hugs her. Audra was beginning to wonder if it was ever going to happen. He knows it's been a struggle for her. She loved spending time with him and getting to know Amy, but she was starting to lose confidence in herself. Nate asks which lucky company had the good sense to hire her. Audra pulls him to his feet and asks him to dance with her. As they slow dance, Nate asks if she'll keep the surprise about her job until after they eat. She says dinner can wait and they start kissing and undressing. Devon spars with Holden. Devon arrives at the club on the phone with Abby, who is on her way back from Europe with Dominic. He tells her there's a lot to catch her up on and disconnects. Spotting Holden at the bar, Devon makes his way over. Holden says it must be family hour. Nate just left. Devon questions if Holden and Damian are staying in town. Holden wonders if they might not be welcome. He explains that his boss is spending time with his sick mother. Devon just wonders how Aristotle Dumas feels about Damian taking time off for personal business. Holden knows nothing about Dumas. Devon hopes he's spending time with Amy. Holden needles that for all he knows, he's out on a date right now with his sister. Devon tells him Damian and Lily aren't dating. Holden knows that. Devon wonders if he was trying to get a rise out of him. Holden tells Devon he's a prickly guy, and explains Damian likes her a lot. Devon says Lily doesn't like him. Holden isn't so sure, and he wouldn't count Damian out. He goes after what he wants. Once alone, Holden thinks about Audra telling him she's not opposed to having a friendship with him, but she can't trust him not to take advantage of the situation. Lily's agenda. In the park, Lily asks Damian why Dumas had to make it look like he sold the companies when he didn't. Damian doesn't know and doesn't care. It was a ticket for a life he never dreamed of before. Lily understands. He had to fake it until he made it. Damian describes being a rudderless ship, but Dumas opened a door for him. It hasn't been easy, but he's there. I made it. And that is something, isn't it? Lily appreciates him telling her all this. Damian now has a question for her. Why do you care so much about this? Lily says she's curious about Dumas because it affects her company and her family. He already contracted Billy Abbott, who she had a major falling out with, and Victor's convinced he's after Winters. Damian chuckles. Finally, he's realized that she wanted him to open up so she could find out what Dumas is really up to. Pretty slick, Lily. He laughs. I've got to hand it to you. I never saw that one coming. Lily asks, so, will you help me? At Nate's place, post-sex, Audra wants to know if Nate's ready for dinner. He wants to hear about her new job. She says she convinced Victor to make amends for the way he treated her with Glissade, so he's finding her a new company to run. Nate steps back. You can't be serious. Audra will be her own boss, calling the shots. Please, you can be happy for me, can't you? Nate shakes his head. I'm sorry. I can't. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Update World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.